All right, so today I'm going to reflect on my personal experience dealing with behaviorism in my profession, which I'm a social studies teacher at an alternative school in Guilford County, and I would say about 2 years ago we had we just had like a regular classroom bell system, right? Obviously, the classroom bell will prompt the child or the children in the classroom to raise up out of their seats, push their chairs in, and go to the next class. But then, for some odd reason, the bell system stopped working. So during the times where the bell would work or where the bell was supposed to ring, the children were kind of thrown off, right? So that was like an example of like the classical conditioning that Pavlov's theory mentioned. Skinner's theory focuses more on voluntary behaviors that could be affected by rewards or punishments, right? So, like for example, a positive reinforcement would be, hey, if you behave during the week, then you can go, participate in recess, right? So, behave Monday through Friday. Friday we go outside and play, right? A negative reinforcement would be if you're talking in class, you get called out in class, or, back when I was younger, the teachers would give us silent lunch. So, over time, if you wanted to talk to your friends, because pretty much the only time that you will be able to talk with your friends at an extended period will be, during lunchtime, you would, obviously change your behaviors, right, to determine the outcome. Now, this could be a double-edged sword, right? So some people might not deal with being called out publicly in a positive way. Maybe they might react to it in a way where they're thinking, okay, well, if you're going to embarrass me, I'm going to go lower, right? So, the famous Michelle Obama quote where she's saying, if they go low, we go high. Some people might want to go low. And you have to, as a professional, figure out what's the best balance that I could use to make sure that everybody in the classroom will be able to obviously get to where we need to get them to, right? So that's a challenge that some teachers are able to, that I've seen in my experience, were able to conquer, and some were, had a little bit of struggle with, right? Even like the Bobo doll experiment, me being a teacher in an alternative school, I often deal with children who made bad decisions, right? So the children, whenever I tell people, hey, I work at alternative school, they say, hey, you work with the bad kids. And I say, no, I work with the kids who made bad decisions and were in the wrong place at the wrong time. So obviously, there are children that made bad decisions, but they didn't get caught, and then you have some children who made bad decisions and they end up getting caught. So working at my school, most of the kids that I work with were kids who were expelled from the regular school, and just watching the video on the Bobo doll experiment. They're talking about how, imitating, pretty much the children imitate mannerisms that they see. So in the video, it showed, the wrestlers, right? And the next thing you know, when they're in the actual environment that's similar to their ring, they're beating on, the doll, right? So, when I would see some of these children that are walking through the doors at my alternative school, and, I'm thinking like, wow, like, why would a kid that small, 6th, 7th grade, curse out their teacher, or curse out a janitor because the janitor might not have said whatever to him. Like I've seen these things even when I was younger. I would see the janitors, or the cafeteria ladies be disrespected by by the students. But as you grow up, you learn that these are actions that could be or definitely, I should say definitely, but could be influenced by their environment, which is more than likely their parents. So it's something that you have to consider. And not every kid is like that. Some kids, some kids know right from wrong just off of how they feel internally. But, at the end of the day, these are all theories that could be applied. Not saying that, everything's 100% accurate, but I would definitely like to know you all's thoughts on your experiences with behavioralism as well. Thank you.